Hello everyone, I'm Dylan. Welcome to the Dyer Experiment. Yes, I am Dr. Eggman Robotic. How hard could it be? The expedition left last year. They kept radio contact during their journey to the Antarctic. I'm not going to Antarctica. That place is evil. This is definitely a cursed trip. Oh, I'm not playing. I was like, why am I not moving? After they finally arrived, they set up base camp. They kept us up to date with what they were working on. The Thing? At least for some time. Chaos Emerald. It's green though, so I can't leave. Can't see it. Okie dokie. Reminds me of those old Flash games that were super spooky, but also pixel. About a month ago, the supply ship returned to the base camp. The entire team disappeared. So I will go there alone with my 2 oars. Okay. That's fine. The university didn't want me to go because I gave them a lot of money. They said going through there alone was practically suicide. I agree. That's why I brought my dog, Gribbleglab. Oh, good. No, thank you. Nah. The ice and stuff freezes things and... no, thank you. I cannot resist the pull. Something draws me there. I don't know what happened to my colleagues, my friends. You can get new friends. Ones that aren't being eaten to death by demons or aliens. This is definitely the Thing, though. Well, they didn't disappear because... I mean... You ruin... If there was... no signs of them being dead, yes, they disappeared. But if there's clearly marked graves with the cross and the shovel, they didn't disappear. They died. I leave. I know what happened to them. They all died. Get back on the boat. There were 4 of them. They suddenly disappeared. You don't say. Well, if there are 4 corpses, what buried him? The last guy buried himself. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Hey, for those of you who do not want to live in the safety of the house, we put some hay in some tent. Drilling for oil. I go inside the building. Reading.
January 4th, 1931. W. Dyer. My name is William Dyer, and I'm a professor of geology at Miskatonic University, Massachusetts. Our mission in the Antarctic is to conduct several geological surveys and, soil properties permitting, archaeological digs on parts of the continent that haven't been explored by previous expeditions. After several grueling weeks at sea aboard the Arkham, we've finally reached our destination.
The Scarecrow.
Following the unloading of the expedition's cargo, the ship is to make the return trip to bring further supplies. Aside from the usual reports on our surveys, I will keep a diary and instruct several key members of the team to do the same. Antarctica is, for all intents and purposes, a new scientific frontier, and I want to preserve even the minutest of details for posterity in case our expedition fails under unforeseen circumstances.
Okay.
January the 10th, 1931.
A shack!
W. Dyer. We erected a
That shack is incredible. Was it the shack that has the triangle and the hay? Because that makes more sense.
But that's the number of tents we had to spend the last 6 nights in, if we intend to stay for as long as we have planned, which is several weeks.
That's almost 7.
Scheduled to return in 14 days with supplies.
Batman?
January the 12th, 1931. W. Dyer. While we studied what lies within the cave, Mr. Gedney was able to erect the drilling apparatus and promptly excavated several fossils, mostly things like seaweeds and trilobites.
IamDylan!
These discoveries align with the strata they were found in, but they are of course exciting nonetheless. What is remarkable, though, is an enormous fossil that Mr. Gedney was able to unearth. It seems to be the imprint of a gigantic, hitherto unknown species of five-sided starfish.
But aren't all starfish five-sided, thus making them stars? Electric torch. Me a lamp? I have an electric torch! Starfish. It's locked. Well, it sucks. Oh. I was just joking. There's no way I could possibly somehow use my human legs and arms to climb it. I go through the part where no one thought they would check. That might be a problem later. Whee! No, it's fine. I'm blind! Oh, I need the torch then. The torch does nothing! By the way, it was set to 1 as the basic thing, so I'm not cheating. Yeah, let's pick that up. Yeah, pick it up. Who cares what it is?
January the 11th, 1931. W. Dyer. After successfully establishing a base camp and setting up a basic hut, my research assistant Danforth and I have set out to inspect this conspicuous cave entrance, then marched on. What we found inside must be seen to be believed. A construct of some kind, then an entrance leading further into the darkness, all built in stone. It must have been built by an ancient people thousands of years ago. I have yet to find an answer to the question of how they possibly could have arrived, let alone how they sustained themselves in Antarctica. How were humans of yore able to stay alive in such a hostile environment, not to mention to erect such an imposing structure?
I don't know.
January the 13th, 1931.
I have... thing. Will thing on things. Put it in there! Nothing horrible will happen. You unlocked new thing we're about to do. I have a question. What took it out? Put it on the table. Because my people are dead. I'll pass. A glooby glab. Schlemel on it. Schlemeling. I'm schlemeling. Alright. I'm sure it's friendly. That's so friendly. Pick up a ladder. Alright, bye! I found the ladder! Hello? Colonel! I found the ladder! Alright, you can leave. Awesome, thanks! No, I have to go keep going into the darkness? Awesome. Whatever. How do I eat the ladder! How do I put the ladder down? How far can the average human jump? Average is about 5.5 feet. 5.5 feet. How tall is the average ladder? 8-foot ladder. How tall is the 8-foot ladder? Well, probably 8 foot. Let's say 8 feet. Alright? If this is an 8 foot tall, and 5 is about right there, I could make that jump. Whatever. Let's go in the darkness. Pick it back up. Nope, we're safe right here. Can't get me, booga boogas. Touch the ground, walk back. Can you fall in the darkness? Why I gotta look like that? No, it's a wall. I want to go over there. Have ladder will laddernate you. You want a taste of this ladder? Give him the ladder! Ladder breaks for some reason. Pick it up! I mean, I can still use the part that isn't broken. It's floor orb, man. I move incredibly fast by going diagonal. Slower? Why is it faster when I go diagonal? Spaceships?
January 17th, 1931. W. Dyer. After much consideration, Danforth and I finally made the perilous climb across the chasm. Our colleagues in Massachusetts would probably call us reckless or mad for even attempting such a thing in such a remote location, so far from help. But this entire structure is just too magnificent not to be explored further. Danforth and I finally admitted to each other what we individually already had in our minds.
We love each other.
This structure is likely not of human origin. I must admit that I have, in fact, read the Necronomicon, this peculiar piece of literature by the mad Arab Abdul al-Hazred. Up until this expedition, I thought it to be nothing more than the deranged musings of a madman with no further significance. Upon inspecting this new mural, and the first one we discovered, these texts don't seem very mad after all. The Necronomicon tells of creatures whose description is eerily similar to the ones depicted so far. Elder things, it calls them. And if the Necronomicon is to be believed further, these elder things are not merely observers of life on Earth, but its very origin. I cannot express how much this realization now weighs on Danforth and me, but we will have to keep quiet lest we put the morale of the team and therefore the success of this expedition in jeopardy. The mural at hand, and the corresponding passages of the Necronomicon, tells of the arrival of this ancient species when Earth was but a barren rock. They seemed to be able to traverse the vastness of space using their wings. After their planet of origin was somehow destroyed or faced some other kind of calamity that must have made it uninhabitable.
Yes! Let's not tell the team members whose lives are in danger that we found weird alien monsters! I'll pause it here. As always, thank you for watching. And I will see you eventually. Let's find Emerald.